Daily drive-by. I am on the lonely road. Take me home to a place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Sight, I ain't going home. We going to Nashville. Fantasy football draft week, baby. The boys are going to be back in town, and I cannot wait. We are going to be on the streets of Broadway, so watch out. Shout out to all my fans. If you see me pop up, say what's up. Tootsies is where I'll be. But like I said, we on this lonely road, man. Been driving for freaking hours to get there. Decided to drive instead of fly. Because right now we committed, baby. We fucking look at. You see what's in my back seat? My bike. First road trip with me and Bay. She came with me. And I ain't talking about my lady. Trusty sidekick. Low Blue. Going to Nashville. Been on the road all week for work. So wrapping that up, but I've been staying disciplined. I've been staying consistent, but I also have some faults. I also have some things that I can pick up on. So I just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about this because as you guys know, whether you listen to the podcast or you just hear me talk randomly, I am one person that likes to put something on the calendar that I know I'm going to go after and I need to achieve it. I need to work towards it and I need to check that box. Most of the time, there's a starting line and a finishing line. It's some sort of physical activity. But I've been looking in other realms of my life of what that can look like, putting something on the calendar, achieving it. So for instance, let's just say my new job I got. Evaluating life. I think it's time to make a next move. Let's see what I can do. Let's see what I can achieve. Boom. We lock it in. I want to get back in touch with somebody. I want to check in on them more. I want to see how they're doing. Get a list of people. Put it on the calendar. Make it happen. Boom. Now you're talking to them. I want to go home. I haven't been home in a while. I want to see my granny. I want to see my family. Granted, I've seen them when they came out here, but I want to go back home, see Granny. Okay, a lot of moving parts. How can I make that happen? Just tentatively put on the calendar, boom. I want to execute on not only my work goals, but my personal goals that, I keep internally to be able to achieve different metrics, different results. Boom, put those on the calendar. You guys see what I'm saying is, it doesn't have to be a physical activity that you put on the calendar. It doesn't have to have a starting line and a finishing line that tells you completed it in this place, at this time, at this speed, at this. Putting stuff on the calendar can be anything in life. And I want to start challenging you that if you have things that you want to achieve, so step 1, what is it you want to achieve? Step 2, put it on the calendar. Step 3, start working towards it. So sit there and evaluate what is the stuff that's always on my mind, whether it's good or bad, and how do I overcome that? How can I set something to achieve it by checking things off daily, by working at it, by making sure that I'm putting a conscious effort in and not just talk. And so with anything in life, do that. Put it out there so that way you know what you're working towards. Don't overwhelm yourself. I was talking with somebody today and they're like, you know what, I'm just going to have to hire you as my personal trainer because of all the advice and guidance that you give me. I really appreciate it. And I'm like, no, we can figure something else out in this relationship. That way it's a give and take. And so what I was talking to them about is, their sole objective right now is to lose weight. How do you lose weight? There's a million different ways. What are you doing right now? Resistance training, but I don't feel like I'm getting my heart rate up enough. I don't feel like I'm sweating enough. I don't feel like I'm getting enough out of the workout. Need that energy for this road trip. So I ask them, and I say, well, what are you trying to get out of it? Like, how do you feel afterwards? Are you fatigued? Do you walk away like, I don't feel anything? Like, are your muscles, you get the pump? Like, what does that look like? We started breaking things down. And then we started tying this dot with this one and this one with this one. And, you know, next thing we noticed is like, hold on, let's not just pile weight on because we got to add more weight for a better workout. That ain't the case, people. Make lighter weight feel heavier. And what I mean by that is time under tension, focusing on form, focusing on the movements that you're doing and putting conscious effort in behind those to really master that movement, master that lift, to feel it as much as you can. Not only that, but what can we do outside of the gym so that way things start working? Well, let's boost up your metabolism, how much protein you eat, and how much this, how much that. Boom, we start talking about all these things. Next thing you know, they walk away with a direction. All right, now I got to work towards this. I know what I need to reach for a protein goal. I know what I need to do in my workouts. I know what I'm going to start doing that and seeing how I feel. Boom. Put that action in behind the plan. And now what they're going to do is work at it daily to improve and get better. And so as I've been reflecting about, you know, outside life and then physical life, I noticed that I implement this a lot more than I thought I did. And so I'm traveling for, you know, work, and then I'm traveling to go to Tennessee for the fantasy football draft, and I'm like, well, shit, I got 6 days of training. I ain't been on the road this much. What am I gonna do? I gotta hit this. All right, I can stay here, but then when we stay here, we don't got a gym. Okay, but we got a pool here. Shit, am I gonna have to rent a gym membership? And there's all these things, and it's like, let's break it down. Let's make it simple. What can I control? What I can control is I know our Airbnb has a pool. So I know I can master and knock out my swims at the Airbnb. Step 2, what else can I control? I can take my bike. In case I don't have a gym, now I can knock out my bikes. Okay, cool. So now I can, all right, my run. Oh, I can take a pair of shoes. Run wherever the hell there's a sidewalk. Run where there's a field. It don't matter. Sweet. Wow, I'm actually going to be able to hit all 3 things that I need to for my Ironman training. But what about the gym? I love the gym. What can I do for the gym? All right, let me get there. Let me see if there's a gym around. I know that this and that. And so now I can check that box. But what's important is that I hit that run, bike, swim. What's important is I hit that run, bike, swim. Because what am I training for? Something that involves the run, bike, swim. What can I miss out on? The gym, because that's not in the training program. That doesn't mean I don't need it and that I don't want it. But if I had to sacrifice something in order to give my mind some peace of mind and be like, all right, I can go on this trip and I can master these things because I'm taking my bike, because our Airbnb has a pool, and because I can take my tennis shoes to run in. Anything outside of that is extra. Anything else I do outside of that is extra, meaning the gym, going and hitting some weights. If I can't, it's fine. I'll do some push-ups, I'll do pull-ups, whatever that looks like. But control what you can control and don't overwhelm yourself. Life moves, at such a fast fucking pace that it gets daunting to think about what's next, to think about what else you have to do, to think about, I apologize, I'm fucking stuffed up right now, I'm really sorry, but it's throwing all of these fastballs at you, and sometimes a curveball comes in and makes you back up, and then next thing you know, that knuckleball gets thrown and you swing and you miss. Use the analogy of baseball and all those coming at you, because that's what it's like. It's like life is throwing 100 baseballs at you, trying to hit you, yet you keep dodging them, yet you keep hitting them, so as you swing, you're hitting some of those. Next thing you know, you get in the rhythm, pop, 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 start knocking them out of the park. You're checking the boxes, you're getting on base. You don't always have to hit a home run, but most of the time we think we have to hit a home run in order for said thing to come true, to happen, to yield something. But you can hit singles all day, and guess what? You'll get to home base and you'll score. You'll get to home base and get a little bit bigger smile on your you'll get to home base and get a little bit bigger of a smile on your face. It's like, I'm here, baby. Come on, come in, baby, come in, next one. And so as I am training and incorporating something that is yielding a lot more of my time and attention, it's yielding me to be smarter in the way that I'm doing things. And not only that, but like planning things, planning my day, where I'm going to fit it in, what I'm going to do in the morning versus afternoon versus evening. I'm putting structure and I'm knocking stuff out daily, and then I'm sticking to it. Which is one thing that we'll probably talk about on the podcast, is training your subconscious mind, because we often tell ourselves that we're going to do so much, but every little thing that we say we're going to do that we don't, it's telling ourselves and it's proving to ourselves that it's okay to not do it. And then next thing you know, now you're not doing anything at all that is going towards that direction. So it was up to me. Was I going to let myself fail on week 2 of training and use the excuse, oh, we're 9 months out. We're 36 weeks out from the race. It'll be fine. This week doesn't matter. Go ahead. Eat shitty. Drink alcohol with your friends. Go to sleep late. Don't have a set schedule. Stay up late. Let them influence you. Or was I going to take matters into my own hands and make sure that I checked the boxes, that I hit the balls that I needed to every single day before I can go out and have fun, before I can let loose a little bit because I'm on vacation and I don't do it often. Don't be like the standard majority people that make the excuse like, oh, it's only 1 week, it's not going to play a factor. I just went out and I did this morning my 5K fast challenge test that would set the bar of where training's kind of going to go for my running and what that's going to look like. The 10K I did last week felt amazing. Did it in 56 minutes. Was I disciplined during that training? Hell no. I'm not lying. I think I ran maybe 3 to 5 times because I made excuses. I know I can do a 10K. No big deal. I just want to finish in under an hour. Next thing you know, I got out there and I'm like, wow, this feels good. I had the Iron Man in the back of my head. I have something driving me, something pushing me. I go out today, do my 5K test for speed. 8-minute miles. 8 minute and 1 second was my average for the 3. I will take that all day long. Because guess what? I'm not a consistent runner right now. This is new to me again. Do I know how to do it? Yes. Can I do it? Yes. Did I used to have a piss poor attitude about it? Yes. Am I changing that attitude? Yes. And this run proved to me that I am changing that attitude, because I could have easily made the excuse, I got to drive today. I'll get it tomorrow. And then get in tomorrow and we go to the concert, and then next thing you know, I'll get it the next day. Now we're out golfing. Now we're going to get dinner. Now we're at X, Y, and Z place. I'll get to it Saturday. Now we're doing the draft. Now we're having fun. We're hanging out. And next thing you know, it's Sunday. I got to drive 6 hours. I never got the race in, or the 5K race. I never got my bike miles in, and I didn't get in the pool once. Set the foundation, work towards it. Don't make the excuses like everybody does in this world on why they can relax and let life just take them. Or, I won't worry about it because it's 9 months out. If it's important to you and if it matters, you will make time. If it doesn't matter and it's not important to you, you'll never make the time. So just stop talking about it. Stop looking foolish. Stop trying to make yourself sound better than you are. Put all that away. Go ahead, focus on what's important. Because the stuff you're saying that isn't. Because you're never making the sacrifices. You're never making that hard no for that easy yes down the road. When I say I'm going to finish this Ironman in under 6 hours, I'm letting you guys know that I am going to finish this Ironman in under 6 hours. And it's like weeks like this where I decide to drive instead of fly, to take my bike, to take my shoes, to make sure I find a pool or somewhere to swim. So it's on me to now hold myself accountable when I'm out here. Wake up early if I have to. Get out there before anybody else wakes up. I come back home, they're all sipping coffee. Where are you at, Fert? Oh, I just been riding my bike for the last hour and a half. Man, these Tennessee hills ain't no joke. I got it done. Now let's go have fun. So again, pick where you want to sacrifice in life. Pick where you can say, you know what? I did this today, so now I can go and do that because it's only 3 days. But never, ever, ever give up on yourself and tell yourself that it's not important to you because something comes up in life. But as soon as that fun weekend is over, it's like, oh, it's important to me to get, or it's important to me again. You get what I'm saying? So don't say, oh, it's only a 4-day trip. I'm just going to forget about it. It's not important to me anymore because now what's important is hanging out with your friends, going to Jason Aldean bar, going to the concerts, going and eating shitty food. And then getting home and being like, God, I really regret that. I should have at least worked out. Well, fuck that. If you wanted to, if it was important to you, you would have done it. So own up to what you say. Stick true to it so that way your subconscious isn't telling you that something else is okay when it's not. And then just tackle it and tackle it and tackle it. I am not fucking perfect. Like I told you guys before, I do these things to hear myself talk as well. So that way it puts that in my head to hold me accountable while I'm out here to be able to go and do that. And so as I'm having these thoughts while I'm driving, the purpose is to share them, not only to help me and keep me accountable and motivate me, but hopefully it does the same for you. And then you can pass that on to somebody else and somebody else. It's about impacting one person a day. Hopefully it was you. If not, maybe next week or the previous week was. That's all I got for y'all. Have a great fucking day. Until next time. Yes,